is Crystal Hughes. Many of you have seen me on Facebook, inviting you to this webinar and welcoming you and seeing if you could go to our Facebook page and like it. So thank you so much for all of the great feedback that I've received. If you guys ever have any questions, you can always Facebook me, and I'd be happy to get your information to you. Before we get started, I did want to tell you just a little bit about this fantastic person, Jonna Johnson. She is an Idaho native, born and raised in the Treasure Valley. She's a renowned international speaker, author, and business consultant. She also is a co-host on a really awesome show called Idaho Living, and it's from KBOI. It's a show that's every Friday morning, and we get to see some great things about living in Idaho. She's also an award-winning business expert, and she's worked with some of America's fastest-growing companies, from startups to Fortune 500 companies. She's been featured in both local and national radio shows and publications, including the Idaho Business Review, Idaho Statesman, Idaho Women's Journal, and the Idaho Press Tribune. She also has a long-standing business column in that Press Tribune. Jonna is also a published photographer, blogger, and author, and I've read her book, Just Jump, and it is amazing and inspirational. This is also her most notable book, and it helps individuals build the confidence and courage they need to just jump out of their comfort zone and discover their inner strength. Also, when she's not working, she's usually laughing with her girlfriends, traveling with her son's junior steelhead hockey team, or trying to figure out how to balance it all. So that is Jonna Johnson. We also want to make sure that you check out the website where we have tons of things to offer you. We have this thing, if you are in direct sales, you've got to check out the Decathlon. The Direct Sales Decathlon is a great 10-week program that Jonna has come up with that helps you build your business. So you definitely want to look at that. You can also see the free video on 10 things that you must know if you're in direct sales. You can also hire her for some coaching, individual team meetings, or even a keynote speaker at your next event. So without further ado, please help me welcome Miss Jonna Johnson.
Woohoo! Thank you so much, Crystal. That is so fun. Well, I'm so excited. Well, you better get your pen and paper handy because we're going to be talking about a lot of really cool stuff today. If you've heard me before, you've probably heard what I'm going to share. There's a reason that you are on this call again today, and that's because you need a little shot in the arm, a little refocus, a little re-energizing to get you focused on what you really want. And it's because it's time for you to just jump, whether that is out of an airplane, whether that's out of a relationship into a new one, a new house, a new job, a new career, a new business, saying goodbye to some relationships that might not work for you. It's time for you to just jump. And I'm so thrilled that so many of you all around the country have expressed interest in today's topic and are sharing that together, and I'm really pumped up for that. So let's get started. In the questions box on the right-hand side of your screen, you do have the opportunity to talk with me. If you know me, you know that I love interaction. I love you to say, great, I love that idea, or Jonna, I want to do with that idea. I love it. So please interact with me. Please ask questions. Please make comments so I know that you're engaged, so you know that you're engaged, and that you take advantage of this awesome 30 minutes that we have together. So let's get rolling, shall we? You know, we've only got the 30 minutes, but as you know, I can pack a lot of stuff into 30 minutes. And so we're going to talk about the 3 elements of excellence that I love to talk about because it's truly what I have found to be the cornerstone of people's true ambitions and results and excellence in their lives. And when it comes to excellence, there are 3 things that I have found that people must need to be aware of and focus on and enhance when it comes to being the best that they can possibly be. And those 3 things are ambition, attitude, and action. It's the AAA, ambition, attitude, and action. Please write that down. Again, you're going to see and hear things from a different perspective today, even if you've heard this before. So write that down. And again, write in the questions box on the right-hand side of your screen. Yes, I hear you, Jonna. Yes, I'm with you, Jonna. Jonna, this is what I want to just jump for. Jonna, this is why I'm on the call today. because I get the opportunity to customize what I'm talking about. I won't say your name, but it's an opportunity for me to help you with what you specifically need. So will you please mind going out and taking a moment to tell me what you're looking for on this call today? I think that you'll absolutely love it. So again, that's in your question box. Tell me what you need, and I'll make sure to customize that. So the first thing we're talking about is ambition. And first of all, I'm going to define what ambition is. Ambition is the desire for achievement of distinction and the willingness to strive for it. Okay? The desire for achievement and the willingness to strive for it. Now, here is the problem. We all have a desire for more. We have a desire for a new house. We have a desire for a new employee. We have a desire for new sales. We have a desire for new relationships or a new business. But the challenge is how many of us are willing to do what it takes to make that happen. And that's why I am honored that you have carved out time out of your day to let me help you figure that out. I'm so excited. So a couple of you have said, hey, I'm on this call because I need to get over my fear of no. Somebody just mentioned, hey, I've struggled in my job for 3 years and I'm not working up to my potential because fear keeps me there. So you need the courage that you want to just jump out of your comfort zone. Those are great examples. Please, please, please keep them coming by utilizing your questions box. So what does it take to create that willingness, right? What does it take to create that willingness to get out of your comfort zone? First of all, the one thing that I have found when people struggle in business, it's because they're not honoring what they value most. When what you're doing day in and day out, spending 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 hours doing what you don't like to do, and it's in conflict with what you honor most, that's when I see people truly struggling. Why do you struggle if you're not happy doing what you're doing? Because you're not happy. It creates that energy of struggle and scarcity and frustration, and you don't get it. You just don't get it. You don't create the results that you want. So let's figure out what are some other things that you can do to really focus on that ambition. Now, the ambition is the desire for achievement of distinction, and you're going to move mountains and make it happen, okay? I love it. Somebody just posted, oh, my gosh, I've been in conflict with my values for 3 years. 3 years is too long. We are wasting our time, our energy, our passion. Oh, my gosh. Think about what you could do in 3 years if you were 100% passionate about what you do day in and day out. I'm not passionate about necessarily little things like technology and things like that for my business, but I have to do it, right? But the bigger piece of that is gives me so much passion I don't even feel like I'm working. I love it. And people tell me that all the time, right? You want people to say that. So how do you get started? You need a clear vision of what you want in your life, in your business, in your relationship. If you've ever heard me speak at all, I'm sure you're getting so tired of this analogy, but it works brilliantly. And that is creating a vision is like creating a roadmap for your family vacation. Okay? Your vision is that ultimate goal that tells you where you want to go in business, in relationships, in your financial world. If you don't have a roadmap, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to get there. So the first thing I do when I work with my clients individually, one-on-one, is I say, hey, where do you want to be? And guess what everyone always says? I have no clue. Well, no wonder you're struggling, because if you don't know where you're going, how do you know when you're going to get there? Or why are you frustrated? Because you're not even supposed to be somewhere specifically, right? You've got to create that clear vision. Are you guys with me? How many of you on this call have a clear vision? How many of you need to hire me so we can get clarity on that vision? Because here's the deal. I'm going to give you an example. If we wanted to go to Buffalo, New York, okay, and we are in San Diego, California, and you have no clue how to get there, you've never traveled, you have absolutely no clue, okay? The first thing you're going to do is you're going to Google that map. You're going to figure out how to get there, right? Oh my gosh, it's going to take me 4 days. With the kind of weather we've been having lately, it might take 4 weeks. But you want to create a clear vision, and I know I need to go from San Diego to Buffalo, and when do I want to be there by? Do I want to go there at spring break, during the summer? Do I want to go there for the holidays? When are you going to get there? That's what starting to create a clear vision is going to do for your business, getting crystal clear on what you want, right? So here's the problem. Most people don't even set that goal, but then even if they do set that goal, they've got the vision, but they don't follow it up with clearly defined goals to help them get there. So if we go back to the analogy of the roadmap, your roadmap of Buffalo, New York is your vision, then the little goals to get you there are what your business goals are going to be, what your professional goals or personal goals are going to be. On day 1, we're going to make it to Salt Lake City, Utah. On day 2, we're going to make it to, I don't know, Nebraska, right? And so whatever you decide, you've got to define on day 1, I'm going to do this, day 2, so forth. Now, have you ever in your life gotten a flat tire, ran out of gas, or taken a wrong exit, or been sent to a detour? Yes. But we don't pull over on the side of the road and start crying and say, I knew it wasn't meant to be to get to Buffalo. I knew it. And pull over, shut your car off, and just start crying and sit there for the rest of your life? No. You get back on the car, you get back in the car, you get back on the road, you take the detour and get back on the freeway. If you ran out of gas, you go get some help or call AAA. Or if you take a wrong turn, you just get refocused and get back on track. But that's only if you have a clear destination of Buffalo, New York, right? You've got to know where you are going. So I want to make sure that you've got that clear vision, because if you don't, you will never get there. So how many of you on this call are ready to make the commitment to define what your vision is, personally, professionally? Where do you see yourself in 5 months, in 5 years? What do you want your bank accounts to look like? What do you want your relationships to look like? What do you want your business to look like? Woohoo! I love the answers coming in. I do, I want to, I would love to. The only difference, the only thing standing in your way is you taking time out of your day right now and creating that clear vision. You know, I did a book with Stephen Covey, Ken Blanchard, Brian Tracy, so many people, and I loved Covey's focus on, if you're not going to focus on the things that are important, that's going to be a detriment to your business and to your life, because we get so focused on things that are urgent, right? We get so focused on things that are urgent or in our way that we take that time to get distracted. But it's only when you take time to focus on what is important and make that time that's going to help you get you to where you're going, okay? So what are your clear visions? I know a lot of you are in sales, you own your own business, so what are your sales goals? Do you have awards you want to achieve? Do you have team building goals that you want to achieve? Do you want to hire new employees? Do you want to fire a couple of employees? What is your vision? And let's create that roadmap to get there. But it all starts with ambition, the desire for achievement of distinction, and the willingness to strive for it. So let's talk about that willingness, because as I mentioned, a lot of us are willing, a lot of us have the desire, but very few of us are willing to do what it takes to make it happen. So when people work with me, they either love me or they hate me. They love me because I help them break through barriers they never thought imaginable. We break through the excuses. We push through any obstacles that get in their way. Why on earth would anybody hate me? Because I hold them accountable. You only spend money and invest in yourself with a personal coach and consultant when you're ready to get results. And so I hold people accountable. We keep on track, because a lot of you are either own your own business or you're in sales. And so your activities determine how you move up in the company, right? And so I help hold you accountable, and that feels uncomfortable. So I'm glad that you're on this call and are making the commitment to move forward. So let's talk about that willingness, okay? We have a desire to lose weight. We have a desire to have a better marriage. We have a desire to have more money or take a better family vacation. Why aren't we willing to do what it takes? A lot of times it's because we haven't determined why we really want it. Excuse me. I do a process with my clients called the 5 whys. And we really determine, why do you want that goal? Why do you want to go to Buffalo, New York? And through this process, when I'm working with individuals, we might discover they don't want to go to Buffalo, New York. They thought they did, but what they really want is they want to go somewhere warm and tropical. So now they want to change their destination to Hawaii. So I help them get with a step-by-step plan, process, and a map. I help them get to Hawaii. Okay, of course, that's a metaphor, right? So the same is true with your goals. If you want to be top in sales in your company, why do you want that? I help you walk through that process. Now, the first time I ask you why do you want that? Okay, well, actually, let me do this. You are on this call, in the right-hand side of your screen. I want you to go to the questions box again. I want you to think about a big goal that you have. And then what I want you to do is I want you to tell me why you want that big goal. Why do you want that big goal? Why do you want that promotion? Why do you want a new career? Why do you want a new business? Will you please share with me in that question box why you want that? And then what I love to do with my clients is sit down with them and say, great, now that you've got that identified, why do you want that? So some person already shouted out, the reason you want your goal is because of independence. The reason you want your goal is because of freedom. Sometimes people want to reach their goal because they want to prove somebody wrong. Somebody has shared that they are in direct sales and they want to replace their full-time job with their direct sales business. Why? So they can continue to give their daughter dance opportunities. So then I might say, why do you want to give your daughter dance opportunities? Right? Somebody just said they have a goal to reach before January 1st because she knows if she can do that, she can do anything. Right? That's why. So keep drilling down, and what you'll find is the why isn't so you can be crowned the queen of sales in your company or be great at business. If you drill down enough, and I'll drill down about 4 or 5 levels at that why, when you drill down, you'll discover that it has to do with joy and freedom and love and passion. And when we have freedom and love and passion and ultimately joy, which, by the way, if you've done any studies about emotions or feelings, joy is the best feeling in the world. You can't have a feeling that's better than joy. You just can't. So think about that, and we'll work with you. I work with my clients to figure out that why. Now you'll see you can become more assertive, right? Somebody said, I want to be more assertive. Why? Because more opportunities come with getting out of your comfort zone and being more assertive. Why do you want more opportunities? More money. Why do you want more money? More joy, right? With more money, you can hire more employees, so you don't have to work as much, which creates more joy for you, right? So that's a big thing. Now, here is the bonus point. Here's a little sugar cookie for you today. I must have food on the mind. If your why is strong enough, compelling enough, exciting enough, it will create the willingness that you need to get out of your comfort zone. When I work with individuals, one of the biggest, strongest whys that I work with my clients is they don't want to work for anyone else ever again. So when you wake up in the morning and you don't want to take a shower because you're home in your slippers and you don't need to because you work at home, ask yourself, is what I'm doing right now going to get me to my goal? Because if I don't get out of my comfort zone and do these activities, these income-producing activities that are going to get me to my goal, I'm going to have to go work for somebody else. So what are your thoughts so far as we've talked about ambition? Throw that out there in the questions box. I want to know. What are you loving so far? What epiphanies have you had so far just in our first lesson in excellence about ambition? That desire for achievement of distinction and the willingness to strive for it. Please share. Yes. So somebody says the need to redefine my vision. A clear vision and map to get there, including the accountable steps. So important. Somebody just mentioned something pivotal about an aha moment, that they need more joy in their life and they need to stop giving in to people all the time and do what you want to do. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about next, right? So next on the agenda is attitude. The very definition of attitude is a feeling or position about something or someone, and it's of the mind. Okay? A feeling or position about something or someone, and it's of the mind. Holy Toledo. Type in with me, what are some things that impact your attitude on a day-to-day basis? Tell me that. What are some things that impact your personal attitude? I won't call you out. I'll just use your stuff. Whoa, taken advantage of. That's a good one. Feeling valued and appreciated. It's a great one. The weather. My spouse. My children. Being overworked and underpaid. Yes, your kids. There's another one. Bad traffic. That's a great one. Maybe your health, how you're feeling, right? There are so many things. Thank you for your participation, by the way. There's so many things that impact your attitude. But I'm going to narrow it down to 3 things, and I'm going to talk about those 3 things right now. That's programming, passion, and people. Okay? Programming, passion, and people. What you say to yourself all day long, I'm going to refer to as the programming. The programming that you let into your mind all day long, every second of every single day. Okay? It starts when you wake up and you think, I'm late, or my alarm again, or my spouse is driving me crazy, or the stupid dog barks all night. It starts from that very moment. The great thing about attitude is it is your feeling or position about something or someone, which means you can change it. In fact, your attitude and the way you react to things is the only thing that you truly have control over in your whole entire life. So we're all control freaks by nature, right? And so knowing that should make you really excited that you finally do have control over something, and it's your very own attitude. So you've got to program your mind for success from the moment you wake up to the time that you go to bed. In fact, I believe so strongly about it, I've created my own CD about that. So we've got an Affirming Success CD. If you're interested in it, let us know. And you can start programming that, or you can get lots of different ones other places too. But programming your mind for success is important. Think about this. At the bottom of your screen, you see 5 words. You need to write these bad boys down. There are 5 things that impact your attitude and the things that you want to know about. 1, programming creates the beliefs that you have about the things, the people, the results, the actions, the activities in your business, in your finances, in your life. Those beliefs then create the attitudes. Those attitudes that you have then create the actions that you take or don't take. And then those actions create the results. So let's take a look at this. Oh, this will be fun. I promise I won't call you out. I won't call you names. Tell me this. Do you think that when you woke up this morning, what's the first thing that you started saying in your mind this morning? Was it positive or negative? Type that in your questions box. I'd love to know. Negative, 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 negative. It is. It's just common. Like it's too cold outside. I'm too tired. I don't want to cook breakfast. I don't want to help my son study for his spelling test. right? I love this one. Crap, too much to do and not enough time, okay? Perfect example. Thank you for sharing. Because that programming, when you kicked your morning off this morning, starts to create the beliefs about your day, about your job, about the people that you work with. Those beliefs create the attitudes. If you're starting off with crappy beliefs that you just said you were, negative beliefs that you just said you were, you've got negative attitudes. And you tell me this, I'm not going to tell you the answer. If you've got negative attitudes and negative beliefs, what kinds of actions do you take? Negative or positive? Tell me really fast. It's a no-brainer, right? Exactly. If you've got negative programming, negative beliefs, negative attitudes, okay? Oh, it's too cold outside. Nobody wants my business. None of my employees like me. My team's not doing anything. If you've got those types of beliefs and attitudes, those are the types of actions that you're going to take, okay? Because your actions are based on your attitude. So if you don't have a courageous, outgoing, excited, passionate, fun, focused attitude, you are not going to take courageous, fun, passionate, focused actions. And if you don't take those types of actions, what kinds of results are you going to get? Exactly. You will not be getting the results that you want to get in your business, in your life, in your finances if you don't take positive, forward-thinking actions that are amazing. Holy cow, I just realized our time is out. So real quick, programming is essential. Passion, we talked a little bit about passion in the very beginning. You've got to be passionate about what you do day in and day out. I promise you, if you're not passionate, people will know. If you're not passionate about your products, your services, your results, your behavior, your performance, nobody else will be. Then people impact your attitude. Surround yourself with people that love you, adore you, support you, want you to succeed. If you're surrounding yourself with people that don't want the best for you, get rid of them. And I'm not joking. At the very minimum, limit your time with them. They are robbing you of your potential. They're robbing you of your goals and your excitement and your passion. I want to talk about people just a little bit more. When you've got clearly defined goals and you've got clearly defined vision and you've got a great stellar attitude, the other thing I want to share with you about people is that you want to create a success team, a dream team, if you will. That's how I refer to it in my book, is create a dream team of people that are going to help you get you to where you are going. If you're a little foggy on creating a business strategy, hire me. If you want to tone up and get more healthy, hire a personal fitness trainer. If you want to learn more about nutrition and making healthy meals, hire a nutritionist. If you have no idea what to do about your finances, hire a financial planner or an accountant. Hire people that have the passion and expertise that you need and don't have that will help you reach your goals. Sometimes I forget to mention my husband right here on this picture that it's he and I on our wedding day 15 years ago. And why I put this here was about attitude is because I think anything that could go wrong went wrong on our wedding day. Everything. Everything. So when we finally made it to our hotel the day after our wedding, after everything went wrong, I cried multiple times. Oh my, not in a good way. We loaded down our, we pulled up our bags, and this is after we try to check into our hotel that we prepaid for an entire week, and they say, we have no record of you, and we have no room for you. After we got that all resolved hours later, we finally walked into our hotel room, and my husband was in front of me, and he set down all of our bags, and he turned around, and he gave me a huge hug, and he just said, was that not just the most spectacular wedding ever? And I thought, are you drunk or what? Were we not at the same wedding? But really, in all honesty, I just broke down and said, yes, it was absolutely perfect. That's attitude. A feeling or position about something or someone is of the mind, and you have control over that every single day. You have control over that. Finally, if you've got ambition, you've got the vision, you've got the goals, you're ready to rock and roll, there's only one thing that's left, and all of you typed out in the very beginning, the thing that was holding you back was fear. Not taking that courageous action and moving forward. What are your thoughts so far? What do you really want to jump out of your comfort zone for today? Because action is where it's at. The definition of action is energetic, conscious, habitual exertion of power. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. Nothing's going to change in your business, in your relationship, with your team, with your employees, with your product, until you take courageous action. And many of you have already identified what's holding you back is fear. You might have heard this before, false evidence appearing real. That's the acronym for fear. But I love a new one I recently heard, and that is fear means when you forget everything and run. Forget everything and run. Isn't that true? When fear paralyzes us, it makes us forget everything, our hopes, our dreams, and run the other way. Do not let fear stop you. Sometimes it's fear of not knowing, not having the information. That's why you hire a business coach, a business consultant, an accountant to help you get focused on what you want to do. Okay? Speaking of focus, you want to stay focused on doing what you're doing, right? Stay focused. It's so easy to get derailed. It's so easy to be on your way to Boston and somebody says, oh, but there's this really cool fair in Dallas, Texas. Let's go there. It's easy to do that. That's what happens in your business. Somebody calls and wants you to go to coffee. Somebody, you get home and it's cold and you're tired and you don't want to do what you have to do to build your business. I totally get that. But if you don't focus on the destination, you're never going to get there. So focus, focus, focus. And then as you get going, fine-tune. I teach a lot of workshops for corporate America. And when I go in, I take those evaluations to heart. I want to find out, what do I need to do it better? What did you love? What can I fine-tune about what you love, and what can I do to make it better? By the way, use your questions box. Tell me what you're loving so far on this call today. There's a picture of me jumping off of a cliff right there in Jamaica. Why do I have that there? Why am I putting myself out there to the world for the world to see of myself in a swimsuit? I don't know. I'm so sorry, and I should have photoshopped that. But I want to tell you this. I went on a cruise. I'm not on a cruise. I went on a trip to Jamaica. We went on this amazing bike trek, and I was the last one. I'll really sum up the story. At bottom line, everyone ended this bike trek with cliff diving, cliff jumping, off these amazing cliffs. Everyone was doing it except me. Everyone was doing it except me. Do you know what happens when we don't jump? We regret. And I remember standing up at those cliffs thinking, if I don't do it now, I will regret it because I'm going to get home and feel like I should have done that. But I knew I would never be in that situation, in that place, on those cliffs ever again. So it was either do or die, right? And so the tour guide kept saying, hey, I'll take some pictures of you. I'll take some pictures of you. And I was like, no way. There's no way I'm doing that. But that fear of regret, that willingness, that why I wanted to do it, propelled me and gave me the ambition I needed to just jump off of those cliffs. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. So my question to you today is, are you willing to do it? If you've read my book, you know the whole just jump premise comes from me, actually my first skydiving experience. That's me in the plane. You can see me as my little leprechaun boy on my back. So read the book. You can download it to your Kindle or your Nook. You can start it today, read it up, curl up. It's got everything we've talked about today and so much more on how you can get crystal clear on what you want in your business, in your life, in your relationships, in your finances, with your health. But you've got to do something first, and that is just jump. Somebody's asked me, what's the name of the book? It's Just Jump, How to Build the Confidence and Courage You Need to Just Jump Out of Your Comfort Zone and Into Your True Potential. My other one's Discover Your Inner Strength, too, but Just Jump is the one I think you should read. So tell me in your questions box, what did you love most about the call today? What are you going to just jump out of your comfort zone and into your true potential about? It is time for you to do it. So what's your action plan? What did you learn? Are you ambitious? What one thing can you change today about your attitude? What one thing do you need to do today to take action? And do it. At the beginning of the call, we talked about different things that are available for you. I want to tell you about our membership site. If you want to be a member, we've got some fun things going on there. We've got some inspirational keynotes. If you want me to come and speak at your next event, call us. I'd be more than happy if our schedule allows to come and speak at your event. You want workshop facilitation? Are you having upcoming a retreat or event or conference or convention? I'd love to help facilitate workshops to help your team, your employees, your staff get refocused on what they need. Online training program. We mentioned at the beginning of the call, we've got a great online program, especially many of you in the questions box told me you're in direct sales. Then you cannot go one step further until you enroll in our direct sales Decathlon Day. 10 weeks of online training, 10 weeks with me. Maybe that will discourage you. 10 weeks of 10 things you need to know to really build it big in direct sales. Each week you get a topic. Each week you'll get a video from me. Each week you get a handout from me. And each week you get an online challenge from me. Plus, we've got an online forum there where you can talk with everyone in the group. So I hope that you will join us there. You can go to directsalesdecathlon.com or you can go to jonnajohnson.com and click on that Direct Sales Decathlon. With that, I just want to thank you so much for your time today. You've been great. I love your participation. I love your comments. I love your questions. As you're leaving off of this webinar today, I really encourage you to shout out what you loved the most about today. What are you going to do? How are you going to make a difference? Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a very, very festive and memorable Thanksgiving. And remember, just jump. Goodbye, everyone.